Good stuff here on Girl Talk.
That's right, I have a line.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm like, lift and separate.
Bring me spot.
Much better than this, right? This just in.
They're doing like the robot. It's like
Chemical toys.
welcome to our makeover segment. We're here at the Ultimate Veritas Spa Salon, and I'm joined by Debbie. Thanks so much for having us.
Well, you're welcome. This is so much fun.
I know, it's so wonderful what you're doing. If you haven't been watching the segments, we'll fill you in. Debbie Offerdal, who is the owner here at Ultimate Veritas Spa Salon, has graciously decided to give away one free makeover every single month. And it's really nice that you're doing that. And it's also really rewarding for you, too.
It is. Just to have people, you know, make changes and then just see how positive and great they feel about themselves.
Yeah.
You know, that's the whole beauty of it. You know, you're bringing out their true beauty. That's Veritas is, you know, why I chose that in our logo. But they just have more energy and they feel excited and, you know,
So you can actually enter yourself or somebody that you know to win a makeover. You go to ultimateveritasSpa.com and you can enter your story in a picture. Debbie wanted to do something special for this month, which is talking a little bit about, you know, what it kind of feels like when your hair turns gray or white.
Exactly. Well, I know because I'm pretty white myself.
That's what you said.
So
I couldn't believe
know.
it.
Well, I am. But the thing is that there's a lot of women that grow their hair out because they want to go natural, you know, a la natural. And, you know, sometimes people are at the point where they just want to change. And I do feel that coloring your hair makes you look younger, you know. So this was a makeover where we took someone that had white hair and we gave her back her youth. And she used to have light brown hair. And so now she's close. I didn't go quite that dark. I wanted to do it natural.
Yeah, I think that's the key, right? Is kind of not having it be really stark change.
Exactly. So.
Okay, well, I'm excited. We're going to introduce you to Sonia Lindquist, who we'll have come out in just a second. But she was excited about this and really inspired by Debbie and the team here to make this change, particularly because she's gone through a little bit of tough times with illnesses. And we'll ask Sonia to kind of fill us in on some of those things, but she's had a challenging time and she seems like a real special lady. I haven't met her yet, so we're gonna bring her out now. Okay. Sonia, will you come on out and show us your look?
Woo! Awesome.
Awesome. So come on in, have a seat. You look awesome. I'm gonna give you a hug.
Okay, thank you.
Great, looks great. I wanna talk a little bit about the before and after. So we're gonna show the before picture now. And I saw the photo myself, so real light hair, I mean pretty white hair. And I don't think in the photo you didn't have the makeup on that you have now as well.
No,
so what a transformation.
It feels a little different.
You look beautiful.
Thank you very much.
You looked beautiful before, but you know, it does just brighten you up a little bit. So tell us a little bit about what you've done.
Well, first we started with the cut. She had a lot longer hair than she normally had because she'd been growing it out. Literally, she used to wear her super short. So I said, grow it out for this makeover, and she has been. So I kind of sculpted and designed a haircut where it really brought out her bone structure. I think you even had your husband say that.
Yes, when he came home last night, he looked and he said, something's different. And I said, we cut out all the gray.
There you go, there you go.
And Casey did the makeup.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
But Casey did the makeup. She's an extraordinary makeup artist. If anybody loves makeup and wants their makeup done by a professional, Casey's your girl.
But not overdone at all. You know, it's nice and, you know, it looks natural, but it looks really beautiful too.
I wonder, how do you feel?
I feel really nice.
Good.
And I feel like it's me. It doesn't feel like it's a different person that they've created.
Yeah.
But Debbie and the people here have worked with me with haircuts and things for a couple of years, several years. And so I feel like they take time to get to know me.
Yeah.
And so when they suggested this, I was excited about doing this because they suggested it and they said, you know, this is something that you would enjoy. And I had been kind of thinking about getting my hair colored and but I kept thinking, well, I need to lose a little weight, and then I'll do it.
Yeah, we always give ourselves these milestones, right?
And Debbie was kind of encouraged me, well, this might be a fun thing to do. And so when they did the haircut and everything, at first I thought, this isn't exactly the style that I'm used to. And I said, it's a different look. But what I was thinking is, instead of just letting this grow out and come back to my same haircut, let's think of this as giving me not just a different look, but a different outlook.
Oh, I love that.
That's nice.
That's great.
And so it's, there's a part of me that could change, and because if I have a different outlook, and the different look is an inspiration to give me a different outlook.
Well, the different look
that's
looks
awesome.
wonderful. I love the cut. I think the cut is very youthful as well as the color, and you guys just did a great job as usual.
Thank you. And thank you to Casey for the makeup.
Yeah, thanks, Casey. Shout out. Mind you how to enter. You go to ultimateveritaspa.com. All you got to do is type up a little story and enter a picture, and Debbie's going to be choosing somebody every single month for a full makeover. You're so sweet.
So exciting.
Yeah, thanks for
I'd like to
doing
have a guy come to do a man over.
Oh yeah, we talked about the man over. You're great.
Yep.
All right, well, we're gonna head back. Thanks to Debbie, thanks to the Ultimate Veritas Spa Salon, and thanks to Sonia for showing off your new look. We appreciate it. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. Today we are at America's Best Flowers out in Cottage Grove. Don't let the name fool you. It's not just flowers. It's trees, shrubs, and so much more. We'll chat with those folks later. Meanwhile, though, prom is over, but not for everyone. Our next guest is Rosemary Williams, and she's from Premier Couture. It's a little boutique out in Cambridge where they have prom, bridal, and a lot more there, too. Thanks for coming on Girl Talk again.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
So before we started filming, you mentioned that prom is over for the girls, but you're already looking at prom for next year.
We are. We just got done. In fact, it's the funnest thing to see the pictures of the girls that have just gotten done with prom. Oh my word, so many beautiful, beautiful girls, and just so expressive. You should check out our website or our Facebook and see pictures of them. But yes, we just got done, and now we head to Chicago. We get to go to really exclusive runway shows where the designers take really good care of us and put us up and put on exquisite runway shows that then in turn inspire us to do the same for our customers when we come back. So we have runway shows coming up. In fact, we chose Homecoming in January, and Homecoming girls have already started thinking about Homecoming, if you can believe that. School is just done, and they're already thinking about what they're going to wear to Homecoming in the fall. So we have an event coming up for that where we'll kind of mimic some of the things that we see, that VIP treatment that we get when we are visiting our designers. Then we'll turn and give that to our gals.
Well, and it's such a big deal, to wear a dress and to go to this dance. And I'm curious, what kind of trends are you seeing that might carry through?
That's a good question, because really there is a lot that transcends from prom to Homecoming. And it's going to be the same thing, I think, in that the same is different, and that there is just so much variety.
Wait, the same is different.
Right.
Help me. Help me.
Well, what we saw for prom was just really a huge variety of looks that girls were doing. So in the same way, we're going to see the same thing, I think, for Homecoming, in that there's just going to be a great variety. Everything from very understated and simple and sophisticated to super fun and whimsical and blingy to and just everything.
Dresses, are we seeing those? Or
There is
mermaid
poofy,
dresses?
but everything is short for the most part for
okay.
Homecoming.
Not
Oh, yes.
long.
Not long.
Homecoming. Yeah.
Right. So you'll see just really kind of fun versions and new takes on what we have seen for prom.
I do love the confidence that speaks for these young women that are confident enough to say, this is what is right for me.
Absolutely.
And I don't have to look like you or you or you.
It's true.
That's really neat.
And it's sometimes hard for them to kind of come to that realization that they don't have to mimic everything else that they see, that they can really be true to themselves. But that's the fun, that is really the most fun part that we have, is helping girls do that. And kind of setting aside what are my girlfriends going to wear, and what are they thinking too? How do you feel? How do you feel in this dress?
With all the themes, I know I've seen various themes that depending on the prom queen or the future prom queen. How do you choose like the styles that you're going to present at your shop?
Yeah.
That's such a great question, because we even though we've been doing this a long time, we wonder, will we spot the right things this year?
That's
you know,
right. Yeah, it's hard.
It is always a challenge.
Yeah.
We really do, first of all, rely on the good designers that we've picked, and we trust them in that they are on trend and that they are paying attention to what girls are going to be looking for and what they're going to feel good in. And so that's the first thing, is choosing the right designer. And so we feel like we've got that down.
Nailed it down, right?
Yes. And so then we go and we see these runway shows, and there are just some things that are just so obvious. Like, that is just going to resonate with people.
That's right.
But we are still surprised all the time. So we also try to take some risks, because we don't want to miss out anything, and we want to make sure that we are bringing something in for everyone.
That's awesome.
And it's definitely worth mentioning that she has got years of experience on her side when it comes to picking dresses and helping you find the right dress too. So if you have a homecoming on your calendar, check out Premier Couture out in Cambridge. Rosemary and her great staff there would love to help you. We're Girl Talk. Stay close. We'll be right back.
Hi, and welcome back to Girl Talk. We are at America's Best Flowers out here in Cottage Grove. We're talking flowers and everything else to do with planting. Beautiful stuff. And speaking about beautiful, right next to us, we have here Yvette Frazier. She is the Chief Operating Officer of Aesthetic Artistry Med Spa in Sun Prairie. And something that is very popular right now is HydraFacial and the benefits of combining Botox for healthier, glowing skin. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, HydraFacial it's an amazing treatment. It actually cleanses, tones, exfoliates, extracts, and hydrates all at the same time.
Yes, please.
Sounds good. It plumps up the skin. It helps with fine lines and wrinkles. It has a special vortex system and different tips that you can use to actually exfoliate and painlessly, declog the pores by extracting any impurities that have been in the skin. And when you get your skin in a really great condition prior to Botox or fillers, you end up with amazing results. Because if you think about it, if your skin is dry and kind of cracky, and you do Botox, yeah, you've got rid of the wrinkles, but your skin still looks a little scaly. So
You can point them all out here if we want.
Yeah.
But if you get it in proper condition, as with anything, your hair, skin, body, everything, the results are just that much more phenomenal.
So I know you kind of touched on the process a little bit, but can you actually talk about how it works? Because this is really new to me, and I'm sure some of the viewers are thinking the same.
Sure.
So how does it all work?
Yep, it's a machine. It isn't like a typical facial that you've experienced in the past where they're putting on products with their hands and that. There's different tubes and different tips that goes on the handpiece, and it's a suction, kind of like the vacuum cleaners type of system, except it puts out the different hydrations, different antioxidants, different peptides, hyaluronic acids, all at the same time. So it's doing a lot of work at one time to where the treatment's about a half hour.
Oh, wow. So it's that short.
Yeah.
I would think it would be longer.
Yeah, it accomplishes a lot in a little bit of time.
30 minutes.
So do you get those kinds of results just from that one 30-minute treatment? And I'm wondering, can anyone use this? Is this for all skin types?
Yes, it's definitely for all skin types. The product itself is customized to the patient and their skin needs, so it all depends on what your personal needs are. But anybody can do it. You will see results in one treatment, but usually you'll do them 3 times, once every 4 weeks, and then it's just like a maintenance once a year after that.
And even for oily and dry skin, because I
Exactly.
have both.
Yep.
So that can work for
Combination.
the combination of it all.
skin, absolutely.
That's
can
good to know.
Take care of that. Yeah, it does it all.
I love that. And with the HydraFacial, can you use this along with other treatments that you're doing or interested
Yes,
in?
it's HydraFacial, getting your skin ready before, like I said, any injections, or even if people are thinking of any sort of surgery or laser treatments. It's great to prepare your skin. It puts your skin in a really good state before any sort of treatment you do on your face.
So I'm curious,
And your neck.
any events, specials coming up that we can talk about for
Yes,
our viewers?
Yes, we have an exciting event. It's actually next week. It's called Get Summer Ready, and it's HydraFacial and Botox for half price, basically.
Half price.
Yeah, and it's going to be fun. We're going to do it in a courtyard area with a pavilion in there. So that'll be a really fun location. But we're also offering 20% off of all of our injectables and buy 3, get 1 free cool sculpting.
Can people find those online?
Yes, on our website. Yep, they can go
right.
on website for that as well.
Okay, one thing we didn't talk about is downtime. So if we do the hydrofacial and we've got an event, do we have to plan like, 5 days, 1 day, the next day?
Nope, it's actually, some people do have some sort of, could react if they've got a lot of different impurities in their skin, but even celebrities used to do this right before they're going on the runway, on the red carpet.
That is so good
The
to
red
know.
carpet treatment.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes, and you can have the red carpet treatment along with Yvette Frazier and the rest of her staff again at the Aesthetic Artistry Med Spa in Sun Prairie. Get beautified. We have more with Girl Talk.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're here at America's Best Flowers in Cottage Grove, talking about everything beautiful that has to do with flowers. We'd like to introduce you to Assistant Manager of the Perennial and Shrubs, Deb Rhines. And Deb, it's so nice to have you here and for us to be here as well. We're talking perennials. Why is June month about perennials?
Well, June is probably the month that your perennials are going to bloom. The more of the perennials are going to bloom in the month of June. We have perennials that bloom all summer, but the majority of them will bloom in June. So that's why they bloom. That's why it's perennial month.
Can we just jump in right here and clarify the difference between a perennial and an annual? Because I think
Ask this earlier.
yeah.
That's a question that many people they get it mixed up. Annuals. Annual is a flower that grows that you come and pick out, and it only survives the season. A perennial is something that will last in your garden for many years to come. And that's why people love perennial gardening.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thanks for clearing that up, especially for me, because I really didn't know the difference between those.
Yeah.
So you have an event coming up on June 16th, and it's
Yes.
called the $1 Million Pollinator. And I love the title for one thing, but could you tell us a little bit about what it is?
Well, we're encouraging, it's a public awareness to get at least 1 million people, and it's the whole month of June, to get people to plant more butterfly pollinators, such as Asclepias, which is your common butterfly weed, and many other plants, the salvias, everything that the butterflies can lay their eggs on.
Okay.
And so, with obviously without pollinators, our flowers, our plants, I mean, we need our bees, we need our butterflies.
I think I have a pollinator bothering me right now.
And you can get those plants here.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Pick them up here and then
Yes.
plant them in your gardens
Yes.
and help the butterflies and the bees.
Right.
And
That's a very popular item. We got a lot in, so people come in and they ask specifically for that plant.
So this Million Garden Pollinator Challenge, folks can learn a little bit more online about
Yes,
getting
they can.
involved with that.
Yes, they can. You can go on the site, themilliondollarpollinatorgardens.org.
All right.
And it can tell you everything you need to know about it.
Sure, we'll be sure to get that on the screen.
Okay.
Let's talk about which perennials do attract butterflies, and we do hear a lot about the monarch population really decreasing.
Well, especially, of course, the Asclepias, which is your common butterfly plant. The salvias, there's so many different salvias, and not to forget that there are annuals that also will bring your butterflies in as well. So, they're attracted, to anything that they can get the, pollinate, for the butterflies.
So a little list would be salvia.
Oh, salvia, butterfly weed, the butterfly, the Asclepias, everything that flowers has a purpose to it. So they are going to be attracted to that pretty flower.
Functional and beautiful.
Yes.
And if you can't remember all that too, just stop into the store and talk to an expert, or even give you a call too, because
Yes.
you can
Oh,
listen
yes.
off
Oh,
over the
yes.
phone if somebody
Yes.
wants to know.
I mean, if I just look around, the other one is bee balm. It's extremely popular
Bee
for
balm.
your.
Oh, that's
it's called
cute.
the Monardia, but it's a bee balm. It's just there's just so many. Your Echinacea, which is your cone flowers. That's another one. There's just so many to list. So
And we don't know the fancy names.
no, that's why I called it the bee. People know bee
The
balm.
common names, yeah.
Butterfly flowers,
Yeah.
we'll just say.
Deb, when it comes to the perennials, what do you receive as far as more questions about the hydrangeas, your roses, other
Well,
beautiful plants?
We'll get a lot of people will ask, what perennial, I want a perennial that's going to bloom all summer. And that's kind of like, okay, well, that's not going to happen. You have to have, you have to have many varieties of perennials to last all summer. And so that's, you know, that's something where I'll also tell the customer, you might want to add in a few annuals just to give a little more color. Like I said, we have perennials that will bloom at different stages of the summer, which leads me to the hydrangea, which is a wonderful shrub and has been very much misunderstood as far as the volume. I mean, the different varieties and what they can do.
These are the kind of big blossoms,
Well,
right?
there's different ones. The favorites that we love selling out here is the Bobo, which is a white hydrangea, but it's a miniature. It's only 2.5 feet. Stays very compact. The flowers start white, turn a pink, and then by September they actually turn kind of like to a burgundy.
Ooh,
So,
pretty.
and your hydrangeas give your garden sun, give your color the rest of the summer. So
Beautiful.
So I have to ask, what's in your garden? What are your favorites?
well, hydrangea is number 1.
Okay.
Salvia is number 2. I love salvia. I love the annual salvia as well as that's one of my go-to plants that I offer to customers is any of the salvia. The Cardona salvia, which is a dark purple stem with purple flowers on it. And what I tell customers, the more you deadhead a perennial, most all perennials, the more you deadhead them, they will continue to bloom all summer.
And deadheading's taking off the dead ones.
Yeah, taking off and the blooms will start again.
Well, that's fabulous. Well, thank you so much for teaching us the, between annuals and perennials and how that all offers. Again, this is our go-to girl assistant manager of the perennial tree and shrubs, Deb Rines, right here at America's Best Flowers. Come on out and enjoy it, and thank you to watching for Girl Talk.
Beauty and styling for Girl Talk provided by the Ultimate Veritas Spa and Salon.